1286 days till New Halving, feeling great sitting at 33, which is fear, and Bitcoin is currently trading at the 56.8k. Finally, we're having some pump, some bounce there from the bottom of the falling wedge, falling channel on a daily time frame. We had a resistance there, used to be our support 58k, now it's resistance, so we kind of got rejected from that resistance pretty fast. Now we're trading in range of 57k, below the resistance of 58. Obviously we're trading below the 200 EMA on all of the time frames, which is pretty, I mean, forum time frame, daily time frame, weekly time frame. Yesterday was the new candle, and we got pretty good close, at least above the 50 EMA, which is pretty nice. We had a on a previous candle we had a kind of a shadow below it, but still trading above it. So we'll see how that would go. Again, 58k is also working for us as a resistance on a weekly time frame, and the 20 EMA is also a resistance, which is sitting at 60.5k roughly. On a weekly time frame, MACD, no changes there, no bullish sentiment, still in the red zone. Monthly MACD, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's definitely looking pretty bad. But again, if you're gonna compare to the previous cycle, it was also pretty bad, and then we got a reversal out of nowhere and made a new all-time high. So you know, it's MACD, monthly MACD can change. But when it comes to the candles, we did not make a new low, which is pretty nice. We're trading above the 20 EMA, which is pretty nice. We don't have much of resistance on the monthly time frame, except of the new all-time high, I guess, and the top of the previous candle. So yeah, the current candle is still looking pretty nice. We're not making new lows, so that is nice. So yes, pretty much all for the Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. Not much of changes for the Bitcoin, except of the bounce that we had and then a rejection from 58k. Ethereum is kind of correlating with the Bitcoin, but if you're gonna look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pair, you'll see that Bitcoin is definitely outperforming Ethereum, and Ethereum slightly going down compared to the Bitcoin. Especially on Ethereum Bitcoin pair is kind of even trading below the falling wedge, in the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. BTC dominance is slightly having some pump, kind of bouncing from 50 EMA there on a daily time frame. Currently sitting at 57.2%, and as you can imagine, Ethereum dominance is continuing to go down. Bitcoin is definitely eating some portion of that, so currently Ethereum sitting at 14.4% dominance. So yeah, that's that. S&P had slight bounce there from, you know, whole week of the red candles and sell off. Slight bounce there, nothing significant. Gold is not making new all-time high. It's still trading pretty close to all-time high, but no success of making a new all-time high. Yeah, it's actually on Friday we almost did make a new all-time high, but it was like $3 below. Really close. But yeah, gold is really close to making new all-time high. Maybe next week we'll see. So yeah, it's pretty much all for today. Let's move on to the news and the indicators. Pretty interesting one that is at least giving us some bullish sentiment there. So there's the indicator that is showing the valuation of the Bitcoin, and the current valuation is on the current time frame is showing us that Bitcoin is highly undervalued. If you're gonna compare to the previous cycles, you'll see that it is a pretty good, pretty bullish signal for us. So yeah, that's pretty good to hear. Also, Bitcoin hash rate making new all-time high. That's pretty interesting news. Again, if you're a miner, that would be pretty important for you. Pretty important news to hear. Also, Saylor, you know, he was a big bull for the Bitcoin for a long time. He's saying that Bitcoin will become 7% of all of the capital in the world and hit 13 million per coin. He says this on CNBC, which is pretty big news, pretty big media. So yeah, that's really good to hear, and the fact that we are having such a bullish sentiment on CNBC, you know, love to see that, especially when we're trading below the 60k, trading pretty low, you know, that's what we need. Also, Bernstein Research is saying, which I think is extremely political article or news, saying Bernstein Research that Bitcoin to break $90,000 if Donald Trump is elected. Again, keep this news with a bit of a, you know, skepticism, because I think it is political. It's definitely political. You know, election is coming today. Oh yeah, actually today we should see the debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Yeah, a lot of anticipation. We'll see how that would go again. The previous one with Donald Trump and Joe Biden was terrible, but for Democrats. But this one again, I think Kamala Harris will be prepared. We'll see how that would go, and hoping Bitcoin will be mentioned, or or maybe crypto industry in general, and obviously with a positive sentiment, because you know we don't need negativity more. We don't need more negativity, because you know trading pretty low there. Also, Japan's largest power company, which is called TEPCO, is mining Bitcoin using surplus energy. Pretty good news to hear from Japan, you know, more adoption, more miners. Also, on the news, a Nigerian regulator threatens crackdown on unlicensed crypto entities, which is kind of like 50-50 type of news, because they want to regulate the crypto industry, but at the same time, they want to get rid of the scams, you know, and taxes. They love paying taxes, you know. Also on the news, spot Bitcoin ETFs ended longest negative outflow streak as Bitcoin soared back to 58k. So yeah, finally the outflow streak is over. Before that, we had the longest positive inflow streak, which was huge. Now we had the longest negative outflow streak, and it's over pretty fast. So that's good to hear. And probably the most important news for the Bitcoin today, which is a Unisat-backed Fractal Bitcoin goes live on mainnet, taps into BTC Core code for scaling solution. That's like a scaling solution for a Bitcoin will be. So Fractal Bitcoin is highly anticipated Bitcoin scaling solution backed by wallet provider Unisat. Has launched its mainnet today, introducing a scaling solution that operates directly on a Bitcoin Core code base. So the project noted that the network claims to achieve block confirmation times of under 30 seconds and supports a 20 times increase in capacity per layer through what's known as recursive layering. Also, Fractal can natively support Bitcoin protocols such as BRC20, runes, ordinals, and others. A decentralized exchange known as PizzaSwap will become available on the mainnet. So it also incorporates a new mining structure called cadence mining, which combines permissionless mining with merge mining with Bitcoin to improve network security. Bitcoin-based wallet app, Uniset, and blockchain investor and development firm Block Space Force what a name, lead the project as core contributors. So yeah, it's pretty positive news to hear for the Bitcoin. You know, more variety we're gonna have for a solution of some of the problem that we having inside of the Bitcoin. So yeah, that's pretty much all news and TA for today. Obviously hoping for a quick recovery, but again, September is usually historically the worst month for the Bitcoin when it comes to the profitability, when it comes to the returns, you know. But we're still hoping to have at least a green monthly candle. Right now it's red. The open was roughly 59k. So we need to go back to the 59k to be at least green, to have a green close. So yeah, hoping for that. Obviously hoping to break 200 EMA, which is a pretty important thing for us. And debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump today. We'll see how that would go. A lot of people anticipating what's gonna happen. Is it gonna be the same as previous? But again, Kamala Harris is pretty young, so you know she definitely has a lot of the energy. Again, we'll see. I think we'll hear a lot about this debate in the next day, about in the news and stuff like that. So in the next episode we'll have a discussion about that. So yeah, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon.